Hello everybody, Glitch here. I'm back for some more Shadows of Thaumaturgy, and it's been a while. And due to some interesting updates, I may have more Thaumaturgy related stuff at some point. That could be interesting. Not exactly the official one, but we've got some interesting spiritual successors that I might be able to try out over time, one of which I might have seen a hint of earlier. And where's the screaming abaya I keep hearing? So I'm clearly hearing a screaming abaya. Like this one is just very prevalent, and I'm not hearing it anymore. Did it go away? Okay then. Maybe that's up here around here somewhere. I mean, there's definitely a big one around here somewhere. Oh, it's a modeled abaya that's screaming at me. And now it's down. Okay, that gets rid of the screaming. Whoa. Forgot about that. Pardon me, I need to slash my way through here for a moment. Okay, did I get all this stuff? I'm pretty sure I did. There was a screaming modeled abaya. Okay, that was interesting. Okay. Did I just get 2 of these? Yeah, I just got 2 of those. Either way, some glowstone dust going in is fine, especially when I need to possibly recreate something. Thing is, when I did some updating, my bowl of supreme awesome soup seems to have disappeared. So, I need to check out what's up with that, and there's a trite right next to my Atlantis portal. Okay, that also happened. Turtles? Turtles, are you okay in here? My armor disappeared too? Is everything Turtlemancy suddenly gone? Invalid book? What the? Okay, I updated the mod, and my turtle stuff I worked so much on is out. Does that mean I have to get more turtles? Because I can do that. I can just, make them up and everything. But still, it's the principle of the thing. I have my whole Turtlemancy set up in here, and my thing is my shrine. And okay, turtles, we may have to get magical again at some point, so I may need to reestablish the turtle magic. Slight casualty of progress, I guess you could say. But at least I have them already set up in a nice spot, so maybe that'll help. Meanwhile, anybody else down there? I've got splashes for everybody. Why are so many of my recipes updating? I'm not really getting that much more new stuff in. Well, some of that stuff just revealed itself quickly. Oh yeah, I also have some meat to work over. Okay, so ultimate soup may not be quite so ultimate, but at least I have some tasty meat to tide me over. Okay, weird trade-off. I need to power up some of my nether companions or something. That could help. I also did do a little checking out of specifically some I need to expand to another portable home or something, because this is getting... I mean, these are alchemical chests. and they're getting seriously loaded. Is this just me, or does that seem like a bit of a thing? That's not where I'm putting magical ore shards. Can I put it with gems? Yeah, I can put that with gems. Okay, I am wondering why that one dropped the brain. I was expecting that from zombies, seeing how this one that I got zapped in is now kind of, oh yeah, I need to put my plague tome thing back up too. That would be nice. As I was gonna say, kind of inspired by several at once, including Thumbcraft. So I was expecting that to pop from a zombie. I mean, to be perfectly fair, I may have hit one along the way and not noticed, so there's that. Yeah, I know that can be knocked off the wall again by a roving, Roa, but at the same time. I will pop that in here and get that charging up again. Okay, there's a lot of things I need to do, and did it just become night, or is this an eclipse? This is night. I was just distracted by lots of things happening. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I also checked out to see if my attempt to get Afraid of the Dark working more finally worked, and it seems to. It seems to. I had to bounce back the new journal, but I think that should get rid of the binding issue now, hopefully. Finally, would be nice to do so. So, yeah, and there's also some other things I was going to work on for a while, and I can see now I may have some expanded priorities because of Turtlemancy stuff having an issue. In fact, let me wait a moment. Did it not get completely updated or something? Did it bounce out? I am gonna have to do some more stuff to get my Turtlemancy stuff back, because that does not seem quite right. Yeah, okay. I see. Okay, so I am having some turtle-related issues that I will have to figure out later. I will be very happy to get my stuff back. I don't see how that didn't integrate. Okay, I'm having some technical issues with the world I've compiled here. I think that's a good term for it, actually, when you think about it. But yeah. Okay, now back to what I was originally thinking of doing before I have to magic up some turtles again. I would like to get some industry going around here. And I'd also like to set up some other things over time. Like, I know I have quite a mana setup, and I can kind of repeat this particular thing over if I need to, and just expand. And there's some things that traditionally take a lot of mana that I think I could just continuously power if I wanted to. So if I expand over here, I could set up for mana enchanting. But that's not the first place I kind of want to go. Because as I said, I'd want a little industrial tech to go along with my magical tech. And the thing is, I'm kind of wanting to explore Cyclic's wacky system of stuff. Because I've been wanting to experience some of the things relating to amber for a while. And why am I doing this while I've got other things that I also have as a big part? Well, partly because some of them take time. I'm waiting for some plants to grow. And I'm trying to think of the best ways to take care of that otherwise. So, yeah, waiting for plants to grow is a pretty good expression of that, because they're right over here. Ignore that that little fireball. That was just a spark from the campfire. I got a little bit of extra growth around here, but I do absolutely have to only harvest these plants in a very particular way. Now, this one I may have gotten misplaced, because I'm growing them in a very specific pattern so that I know for sure anything outside that will be additional ones that have grown. Basically just one to each side of these trees. And I'm only going to do so many of the trees. I'm not going to go, like, super all out. Was I going to do it already? Did that one just show up too, actually? You know, these might be two that I've got particularly available right now, actually. So I can go back into my place at some point. So I have a bit of a way of doing that. And because of how it works, I'm not entirely sure if I should dimensionally send myself in. So I'm going to be cautious about that for a while, because I've seen people have issues with similar things before, and I've had some myself when it comes to places with some kind of transdimensional embargo in terms of how they treat items going in and out. So that's a thing I will have to be wary of. So, yeah, that's something I have to be cautious of. But the thing is, there's a lot of really cool machines in, and gear that you can get in Cyclic. Now, some of which you can get from normal stuff, but there's also some that you can get through special things in the mod. And this includes kind of liquefying things, like the melting chamber, for example. You need to melt stuff down to get certain resources. And you can also use certain things for power, like it has this extra fuel source in the form of peat, which is something that is a real-world power source, so to speak. They use it a lot more in Ireland. It is a big thing. You may not see that around the world as much otherwise, but you see it a lot in Ireland. And some of these things are better powered by the overall system. I almost forgot I could do that. I could just kind of mouse wheel to scroll through real quickly. So some of these books have that now. I think that's a feature in Patchouli in general. But anyhow, point is, I would like to get some of this stuff rolling. I don't have too many things I'm going to be using for power. Now, one thing I can do is I can set up a system that allows me to convert some extra mana into energy. And that's something, I forgot, with all these Patchouli books, you could hit the button and you wind up doing instant searches. But yeah, there's a little device in Botania that I might have as an alternative on this if I choose it necessary. Is it under mana manipulation? There she blows. Arr. I don't know, I'm feeling a little pirate after thinking of some things I might be doing eventually. Including some pirate-related stuff. But anyhow, this can basically turn mana bursts into power for machines. So it goes between Magitech and Industrial Tech. And this thing, I don't know just how much it works. But I do know that it has to be hit by a mana burst. So I'd have an independent setup just powering this, because it's not like it's something that can be used in the Spark system the regular way. So if I did this, and I think I have some spare mana steel, and maybe some living rock if I'm lucky. Do I have enough of both of those? Maybe not. Okay, did I put some stuff up? Maybe not there. I've had some interesting raids and stuff happening, but apparently not in this one. Did I, And here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I need to grab those pages out while I'm at it, and a few other things. I still need to do some sorting, but this is why I want a portable base, is I want to expand into an area, have more chests, I'd like maybe have whole sections for certain types of things, and then that would be cool. But I need to be able to go in and out more easily, so I'm hoping this time I'll be able to finally get my void chest working perfectly. It's a thing, and I'm wondering what I need to research to get it going, because I decided to go back a few places, and things happened, but I'll save that for later. I'll try to see if I can get various power systems working. Of course, it also depends on just what I need to power certain blocks, because I need the melting chamber. The melter melts ingredients into various liquids using energy, so you have to power this thing. That's something that they have to, not an option. Well, I think there may be something in the config files for that. I know it's a very configurable mod, Cyclic is, but at the same time, I don't think that I configured it that way, because I think I left things as they normally are. Okay, so melting chamber is one that I have prepped in advance. I also need...
Winter's grasp. The weather outside is frightful.
Something tells me I'll be getting a lot of ice and snow very soon. Okay, Solidification Chamber is kind of the thing that goes the other way, and it can help to alloy things in an interesting way. But I'll probably have to take down some creatures that are outside soon, won't I? Okay, Shinyamato, we're going to be going on a bit of a rampage here, especially when there's a Wendigo. Those things are definitely something you need to take down fast, especially when that's a level 9. And he did not stun very much. Okay, you just went for it. Okay. Tundra charges. Yeah, I don't get as many of those. Getting smacked by something other than me. I find that kind of funny. Is there anything else over there? Probably gonna be an incoming Gru in a moment. Okay. No, it's just the sounds of the spirit roaming around. It's okay. Oh, there is one over here. All that frost dirt. All that frost fire dirt. Ooh, I got an antler. Sweet. The thing about swinging that around, you can kind of hit behind you. Oh, hey. Shoo, bird. Need to EMC some stuff. Got the antler and some snow. Other antler. Those are good antlers. Okay, can I get some of the other stuff out here? Is there anything left to collect? A bit. And you're not going that way, buddy there. Not at all. I don't know if that lasts forever on ice, but it would be kind of interesting if you did it that way, because That would be kind of the inverse of how fire goes forever on netherrack. That frostfire goes forever on ice. On the other hand, it's going just across the entire shoreline, which is probably not all frozen, unless he froze it. Oh yeah, this is going to be a serious experience, rave. Just unrycoing the Ryko for a moment there. I have some angry trees, just because I have angry trees. Ow. A little too far there. Okay. Okay, so I need to beat fire patrol for this because it's not going away. Sliding on ice. Kind of feels a little nice. Sliding on ice. Oh, you came all the way over here. Interesting. Didn't think you'd go all the way that way, but whatever. I don't think you can sacrifice a vengeance spirit, but it's a thought. I've got a little sacrificial setup over there, ready for a bit of a ritual, but I don't know what I'm gonna sack yet. I'm thinking it should be one of the more offensively minded SCPs. It's a way of getting rid of them finally. Because that's something to do. Oh, Reaver Horns. Okay. I think I fought up most of them. It's interesting how he just noped out. Yeah, he did for a while. Okay, you're not going to be continuing that. Okay, I think I beat off most of the things. Mostly. That was a wild one, admittedly. Yes, a vengeance spirit can knock you out of your bed. Though it doesn't count as a monster, so there's that. Now to get that stuff, I'm gonna have to, yeah. That's a slight problem. Winter's Graph's event can be a bit intense. At least I got myself some more Wendigo antlers. Do I got that? Well, that one's at level 3. Again, I need to rearrange for some serious stuff. I also have some things to do some very serious leveling up. Reaver Horns is pretty. I mean, I might make myself a pike. Oh. Another set of. I'm losing good spots from her. I'm gonna have to purge some of this to level some stuff up. Thank goodness that's a thing. And I can just level things that way. and then make some stuff, because I'm gonna need to get some room or something, because I'm getting stuffed in here. It's getting ridiculous. Now, where am I gonna put my whole industrial setup is a good question. I mean, I have limited... Oh, you're still there. Crap. Turned around the wrong way. Okay, I don't know how many of them could still be left, but it could happen. Just saying, I may have a slight reverb problem. Also, I could seriously upgrade any frosty friends that I have, as well as a few others, so that could be a thing too. I could just burn off the charges for some leveling. Do I have an Eric's currently? Do I have an Eric's? No, but I need one. I don't have anyone frosty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a warg doesn't count. Yeah, I don't think I don't think they count that way. So yeah, no, that's not going to be a thing. Okay, so where am I going to put my industry? I don't want to upset the turtles now that I'm thinking about it. And boss fight island, it could kind of work. Do I want to set it up over here? Do I want to like make a new spot or something? Of course, actually, there's an area over here that would really qualify, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I could do that near kind of where I was manifesting rats before. I mean, it's already an island that's loaded with industrial stuff, so... Oh, wow, it looks like things were hunting rats around here, like, a lot. Kind of wondering if whatever was hunting them is still around, actually. There's a thought. Yeah, it looks like this area is even more of a disaster around here than I was thinking, so... Okay. There's a... Oh yeah, I did fill up my creature knowledge of them at some point. Just don't let them group up, and then you should be fine. Maybe the Pixon is what took out the rats. Maybe they got aggressive on the Pixon, and then it got a little mad about that. Oh, I just thought of how I could theme this. Okay, this is a good one. Let me see here. Do I got anything abolished? Actually, I'm not usually as much into andesite as my bro, but somehow this seems perfect. Because, I mean, making a little like, skyscraper reaction over here. Yeah, go from one tree to the other. I kind of make it over it, kind of like I'm just kind of letting stuff fall on it, which I wouldn't exactly be doing, but... Yeah, making it kind of look like I'm blending the two together, at least to a degree. Also, if I shade this area, maybe I'll get more rats here and can actually do some rat catching again. I may need a few extras for stuff, so yeah, let's make this the whole overhead thing, where I'm just, you know, I got my industry over here, and The area is taking on its appropriate amount of trash, because that's just how things work. Obviously not a good thing, but we know how that goes. So it's kind of a bit of a statement about that. Industry and pollution just go together. However, you can also make something about it, because you can get yourself some rats. Okay, I kind of got to build them out in mind. Remember, I have extended reach. I needed a little more. Fair enough. That Pixon decided to just go that way, so... Okay. I see you peeking over there. I'm wondering if you're gonna stay in that area or not. But that Pixon may or may not have been what terminated the rats. So just saying. Okay. See, these have an interface where they directly need stuff to form liquids. This one, you put in the liquids that you've obtained, and you put them in here. And I will need power and stuff. But I can do that in more than one way. And I'm pondering doing some peat, if I can. The question is, can I get the generator set up, and can I maybe synthesize peat? Okay, so the direct peat is smelted peat. It creates some power, admittedly. Okay, so shift-click for recipe, so I'm clicking for recipe. Saturated peat deposit. And you cook it up for that. And dry peat bog is placed next to water. Okay, dry peat bog. Huh. Just machines, blocks? So I think it's be a dry peat bog. Biomass and peat. Uh-oh. Do we have a, catch-22 here? Well, I can get biomass, but that's not exactly gonna be that workable. Well then, how do I get the peat that I need to make the peat? We have a bit of a quandary here. Do you have another way to make peat? So I'm not seeing that there, so maybe I won't be doing peat. Okay. That one decided to just make itself not an issue. Okay. anything look like it might be workable in... I just harvest. I'm gonna say, but is one of these maybe able to... Water infusion. I was hoping it would be able to also wet a block into peat, but the answer is no. Well, I was hoping. Well... Also, not that one. But note, amber, that requires, use of Solidification Chamber. There's more than one way to make it, actually. But, to do so, I need some stuff, and that requires Solidification and... Hey, I'm eating here. Goodbye, birdie. Okay. Maybe I'll try a different generator. I think I will try a different generator. There's something that gives more oomph than that. Because I will need something with a bit more power. Otherwise I'll have to go right to some other things. Generate power from certain liquids. Well, ADR if a tick is better than some of the other things that I'd seen as options. I mean, it's a classic. Bit stronger, although ender pearls be expensive as a fuel source, so not as interested in that one. I think I may just have to go combustion for now and then see how it works. Yeah, actually, no, I'm gonna skip that because that's just a little too overly used. I'm not going to go with combustion. I'm going to go with... Oh wait, what's Devouring Generator do? Maybe. Okay, I could do some stuff with this. I could maybe use a Devouring Generator, basically a food power, or a digester, basically. If you've never heard of a digester, it's an actual type of a generator that basically uses biology to digest material and generate electricity from it. So they exist. And those guys just keep popping up everywhere. So I may try to power it up with food. Okay. Do I have mason stone scanned into here? Mason cobblestone. That'd be mason stone or mason cobblestone. think it has to be that one exactly. So I'll use a little bit of a charge here, and use the classic. I think I have to smelt this to get mason stone. Huh? I don't? Do I, Okay, I group it that way. Okay. So I'll need at least one of those for the generator. Okay, so you go back that way. I need that, 2 pistons, 4 bread, and 2 redstone torches. Because I am curious about how well this performs in terms of just doing its job. I'm also wondering, can this, go other way? I'm wondering, can this directly work with a block if it's adjacent? So a lot of them do work that way, but some do not. Oops, that's not the one I wanted to put there. There we go. Now, says it uses all sorts of values. Well, that's an extra use for some of this draconic meat I keep getting once in a while. Do I have anything in my bag that's a food items I can just... I have raw meat, and I'm not gonna let go of my maize wafers anytime soon. Yeah. The meat, however, I could cook up into meat steak, which is kinda good. And toss it some of that. Maybe just more of an eventual thing. I have a little raw venison to get rid of. These I don't mind just cooking out and saying I'm not needing too much of that, so. So let's just get a little deer going here. Thank you, Twilight Forest. Can you use anything? Apparently the answer is yes. Okay, it works adjacently. Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm getting it there. Nice. Okay, now... can I get something else going? again, that one's not working very well. But, yeah. Okay, how are you working well there? You're going with that pretty well. Wow, it's about got these seriously charged. I need to actually melt some stuff. Okay, now the thing is, let me, with amber here. Thing is, I can make it in a solidification chamber if I have some liquid honey or magma and the right ingredients. These can be used for a lot of stuff, including making some more gear, some which is special, I had. Some of the old recipes have been massively changed so that they use this instead. Like the Enderwing Prime, which is really cool for a get you back home very fast routine. So, yeah, that requires amber. So I need to produce amber. The torch belt, which I really do like, is now using amber. The Crusader's Quiver, which is a pretty nice way to pump up your arrow strikes, is also needing amber. And if I want to get my collection of charms to create like the ultimate charm thing, then I'm going to need that. That's just a nice one to make you immune to knockback. The Ender Sack is nice. Not entirely necessary, but nice. And all the charms can go into one thing if you do it right, by the way. But the Building Scepters, they need it. You can see how, like, even like just some of your transfer nodes need it. Your mining thing. Something to increase luck just forever, which is nice. Requires it. Increasing attack speed with your hands is very nice. This one just makes you immune to explosions. It's like, yeah, that is awesome, and it requires crystallized amber, so you can see why I'm wanting to get this. Because I need amber. Critical hit damage is doubled. It's just like, that is going to hurt with something else I got. And now the climbing gloves, which are just plain cool to climb up stuff, also requires amber. I got a lot of things for hands in here, actually. And now the Evoker Fang. Oh, I remember that one. That requires a couple of them. That's right, I'm not paused. I'm gonna have to... Get Blade banished. Well, that thing has a huge buffer of its own. That thing's gonna be charging itself up for a while. So, okay. Instead of standing corrected, I'll lay well rested. So, thank you. Now these I'll munch for myself for a while before I get turtle power back, but otherwise, yeah. Anything happening down here while I was... Not really. Oh. Okay, I saw a rat for a moment, so actually it was happening, so plan successful. So the plan is successful, it just got away, that's all. Kind of. I mean, I could do some special kinds of trap setups for them to run into, so I could do some stuff. That would be interesting. Yep, can't get up that way. Have to just hop up my regular way, thank you. But yeah, I need to, like, mass produce amber. Like lots of amber. How much was it for glowing bread? Oh, not much. I might just toss one of these in and let it just charge up for a hilarious amount of time. You are going to be going for a while. Okay. That was going to be going for a while. But anyhow, back to my whole amber situation there. But yeah, to get my amber, I'm going to need a few things. Now I can use honey and a magma block of redstone dust and a fire charge to get a couple of them. Or a gold ingot, a block of redstone, a fire charge, and magma. I think I'd like it to get the honey one, thank you. And this is a couple of things of honey in for a half a bucket each. Okay. I can also do honey blocks. They get a couple. I mean, it's just one honey block is for a bucket worth. Okay, and how much was it for the actual recipe? 500. Okay, so I could do that operation twice. Each time. Okay. So that's working out well. And this thing's going to be going for a while. Like, a good long while. Because that thing had it really charged. Okay, so I just need to power my melter with a little bit of honey. Thank you, bees. And oddly, some others. Okay. How many buckets can I put in this thing, I'm wondering? Oh, that thing has a huge buffer. Yeah, it's barely filling. I'm gonna have more than enough honey for quite some time, in terms of liquid honey. So, yeah, that's gonna be a thing. This thing's gonna drain a good portion of its buffer, but that's what this whole thing is for. And there's also other things you could do with the melting chamber. And some of them are pretty cool. Like, if I want to have crystallized obsidian, then I'm gonna need to do some stuff as well. This stuff is needed for this intense thing. And apparently some other stuff. Anyhow, this requires slime. And as you can see, it has a couple of different recipes here. One requires chorus fruit, and one requires a wither rose. That's an intense thing to require there, is a wither rose. I'm definitely taking the one with chorus fruit there. And what these can give you is also a ton of good stuff, including yet another one of the charms. This one lets you literally walk on air, which is very cool. I would like to see if that works kind of like one I've used before a long time ago. That would be awesome if I could reuse that ability from, I think it was Unique Artifacts, and that was a while back. The Matic is cool. These things have tremendously good stats and are like an upgraded diamond. So, crystallized obsidian stuff is awesome. I'd have to look at how things compare with my extra special set, though. Grave Thunder is good for throwing lightning around, and this is one of the many ingredients you need to make heart containers. So they've made that a little trickier. Now here's the thing I was talking about, the charm talisman. You can put a whole lot of the charms into one place by making this thing. And it just gives you protection from lots of stuff. So that's going to be very useful for like so many things in the future. Like, yes please. I will have to make some gray concrete, though, which is kind of a little weird, but okay. I'm just thinking of this as something that can replace a lot of stuff in the future. Okay. Okay, so it can hold exactly 64 buckets worth, which is nice, actually. And seeing how I put 64 blocks in, that's going to be pretty much even. Did it make a little bonus with one of that? Because I only put in a stack. I depleted a good portion of that, but totally worth it. Okay, now I'm gonna have to bucket this stuff over as part of my industry, so I'm going to make myself a liquid tank of some sort. And hello, sir. Well, you have some useful things, I'll grant you that. Okay, now did I put that tank in here? Did I have it? Yes, I did. And luckily it stores up to 64 buckets of any liquid. So, yay! It works out perfectly that way. Now, of course, I'll need a bucket, because I'm going to be bucketing a lot of honey very soon. And possibly a lot of slime. Okay, so this one I'll have over here-ish for honey. Okay, how do I... Oh, do I have to pipe it out? That would be slightly inconvenient. I think I need to be able to pipe that out. Okay. Okay, you got me there. Unless there's a particular trick to it. A visual bug. Okay, I need to pipe it, I believe. Okay, do I have any pipes that would actually work for this? Okay. Or something similar. Not that kind of pipe. That's not the, these are not the kinds of pipes I'm looking for. Fluid cable. That's what I need. That's... Cyclic should be well known by now for its weird recipes. I'm just saying. Brick stairs and gold nuggets. Okay, that's different enough to not conflict with literally anything. I will give it that. Because there's no way that any other mod that I could possibly be aware of is going to use that recipe. It's just not happening. Well, I'll need to rest again. Oh, that pix in there is, it's thinking about it. Hi there, little guy. You're not really thinking of doing anything, majorly unusual, right? Like, I don't have to worry too much about this, right? Like, you're just gonna give me friendly buffs for a while, and we're not gonna worry too much. 2 redstone, a heavy-weighted pressure plate, and 2 sticks. Okay, again, weirdest recipe for a wrench ever. There's no way that's getting conflicted. Pardon me, little guy. I need to go over and smite something, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm going back in your direction very slowly by helicoptering myself with a katana. I will get there eventually. While I admit that this kind of flight works, it is definitely not particularly quick. But it is, however, particularly interesting. And I don't know what that is over there, but I see something. Oh, it's a flower. Okay, I may have misjudged there a bit. I thought that was a mob. Okay, so I could get back to my industry. Okay, I was going to. Oh, you really, really, really want to be around. Okay, I'll let you. You just hang on right there and don't do anything wacky, okay? No platinum, I need some iron. Now, to be fair, there is such a thing now as still being able to use the no more recipe conflicts mod. So there's that thought. Yeah, give me my wrench. Again, weirdest wrench recipe ever. This thing has a lot of configurations. Wow, that happened fast once I hit the right configuration. Okay, apparently it's whatever has this little seal on it is going out, and anything else just kind of keeps on going there. So yeah, it just extracts from there and goes to wherever. So, okay. Now, I also need to extend this pipe over to another location because I will need another tank. So, Because I will want one for slime. Do I have slime blocks in here? Yes, I do. Now, can I go off of this to see what it does? Melting a recipe. Just a little bit of that makes nether bricks. Get those. Get that right back to those. Okay. Solidification Chamber recipes. Everything. Water. I can moisten brown concrete powder into concrete directly. I could make a bee nest in a very different way. That's interesting. Okay, I apparently use honey and more honey-related stuff to just to wax it together. I can revive coral by moistening it. Seriously? Can nether up some bricks. Can also make. I can also make more cookies than normal. Gravel. One way to that's one way to make biomass. Apparently, there's more than one way. You can also re-slime it directly into a block. Turn glass into sand. Interesting. And of course, upgrade the stages of ice. You can make more glistering melon than normal. Oh, you can make the experience confection this way by using experience fluid. And you, of course, moisten concrete, as I was thinking of before. Dry peat bog. Okay, that's the thing. One of the things. Okay, so you liquefy biomass after you've made some, and you can make dry peat bog. Okay, so it didn't really explain that in the other thing here, but it's here in the Solidification Chamber recipes. So I can make peat, and it'll go right there. Okay. I could go with that. You can also make an enchanted golden apple. Apparently that requires some seriously stiff materials, but it's an enchanted golden apple. Fire coral, yeah, you can use to revive blocks of coral, not just the fangs. You can use biomass to make cobblestone into mossy. Okay. So I'm just curious about these things here. You can magma up some cream. Oh, you can create enriched peat for a lot more RF per tick. Okay. Okay, so once you get your peat going, you can also do that. Okay, you got me intrigued. And of course you can honey up a beehive in a different way. With that, okay. The crystallized obsidian I was going with before. You can honey up an apple in ways that don't involve the bottles, apparently. So you can just use it here. What I'm wondering is, why are you solidifying honey specifically onto a stick? Couldn't you just... Well, I guess it needs some medium over here. I guess that's just the way it works. But you can also make farmland. Interesting. I guess that's been one of the few ways to actually get it. And of course, crystallized amber is one of those things. Grass path. Interesting. And you can use it as an alternate way to get the honeycomb block. Alternate way to get podzol. Again, reviving coral is an interesting use. This is kind of an interesting concept. Oh, you can also use water and leaves to make biomass. Okay, that's an interesting thought. Wait a moment. Oh, you can also moisten terracotta to make straight clay, and you can use it to is an extra binding agent to make pumpkin pie. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's an interesting thought too. Okay, there's some interesting concepts here in this thing, and you can make obsidian in an interesting fashion if you really needed to, and also use it as a alternate way of making cake. Okay, I guess that's one interesting way to automate cake, because the other ingredients, yeah, they'd all be stackable, so I guess you could automate cake production that way. Making mycelium using biomass? Okay. You can make prismarine crystals this way. It's an interesting combination. One that I'd totally see being a thing. Way to get golden carrots in an alternate way. And that pretty much rounds out solidification recipes. That thing ran out of... I guess that those slime blocks made more than it could handle. Or it ran out of power. I think it ran out of power. Actually, it might be a little bit of both, because that's pretty full. Either way, I have enough for a while, so I should be good. And I have myself a new version of a wrench. Okay. Tossing these two things in here for now, and I'm heading home. But I have found a way to kind of start some serious industry. Okay, so my production of amber and crystallized obsidian will be able to begin pretty much anytime I get an opportunity. But I now have the means to do so. And it turned out one of the better options was to go with a food-powered generator. Okay. At least for now. Now that I know how peat's actually supposed to be produced partially using that, I guess once you get a little power going, you got yourself some better options. So there's a thought. And I'll probably be doing that at some point soon, because that's kind of the big idea, is producing some power with not only with peat, but also being able to get some of the fancy stuff I've been waiting for that requires amber and crystallized obsidian. So now that I got a little power production going over there and a bit of industry, things should be perking up a different way. And at some point I'll also need to check up on my friends over at the Foundation, see how they're going. Because you never know, they could be up to something. Or dropping something off. You never know around here. Anyhow, I'll be logging off for now. Hope to hear from you all later. And bye for now, everybody.